Hey Legend Crew, welcome back to another episode of Legend Ethics Share Dreams. This guest star over here is Erika Hayden. We've actually never met before in person. This is the first time meeting. So thank you very much for coming all the way out here. I appreciate it. And
great.
We actually met through Instagram a while ago. I mean, when I first started this, and we couldn't recall necessarily how it happened, but we're both going into acting and both Disney fanatics.
Yes.
So I think it kind of just. We saw each other's works and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and you had your inspirational posts. Like I looked at your profile and I went, oh, look at that. He's got these good words here, these good words there. And I just went, oh my gosh, I'm going to follow this account. So
yeah. Every other one is an inspirational quote, but
and I really appreciate that.
It's what keeps me fired up, each time, because I mean, if seeing them, it's like writing down a dream. It gives it validity and accountability.
Yeah.
So when I write down those inspirational quotes, I'll leave it on my desk throughout that day.
Oh.
And so whenever I'm like, God, I don't want to be studying right now, or I don't want to be doing this, I'll look at it and be like, okay, get to it.
Yeah,
so
that's great.
It works. It helps. But anyway, so I'll let her take it over and say who you are, where you're from, and stuff like that. Get it started with that.
Okay. Well, I'm Erika Hayden, and I'm from Orange County, California. Originally, I'm from Washington State, and came over here when I was about 10 years old. And I would say the first time I took a drama class, I was about 12 years old, but I knew even before that when I was 6. I knew I wanted to be an actor, 6 years old. And it was Wonder Woman and Charlie's Angels.
Oh, really?
I'd watch those and like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Where you never saw anybody in real life in an invisible airplane, or women running after robbers and different things like that. And I thought, well, you have to be an actor to do that. And so that's how I wanted. And so when I was a little girl, that's what I wanted to do. I would make up my own Wonder Woman scenes.
Yeah.
And I would make my sister sometimes the bad guy, but I would sit in my invisible airplane. And that was like the highlight of my childhood.
That's awesome.
My invisible airplane.
Yeah.
That no one saw.
Well, I mean,
of course.
I think that's the most powerful tool of an actor's arsenal is that imagination.
For sure. Yeah.
So
always making up like little scenes and different things like that as a little girl, and then you grow up.
Yeah.
And then I took drama from junior high through college, but I just did not make the move to pursue it until earlier this year. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, it's. We were talking about that too. You were saying how you hadn't started acting until recently.
Yeah, so, acting for TV and film or anything like that. Like I did acting in school, but that was pretty much as far as it would go.
Yeah. But I mean, she's been really gung-ho since. I mean, you were telling me about how to do certain submissions and stuff like that. So that was really cool. It was really awesome. I appreciate it.
Because I'm putting in 100% effort, and it actually came from inspirational posts that you had posted. And you had said something about reaching your dreams and goals, but what are you doing today to reach your daily your goals?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing daily?
Yeah.
And I think I screenshotted that and I shared it as my story, but it resonated with me because if you don't get up and if you don't make the steps going forward to what you can do to achieve those dreams, then you're not achieving your dreams, you're just wishing. And so for me, it's like get up, check the different auditions that are out there, and I did this for months. I checked out what auditions were out there that I would fit physically to meet their portrayable Asian character, which is, because I obviously cannot play other races. You're very, very strict on that.
Yeah.
But I look for that, and I look to see what was in my portrayable age, portrayable race, and what types, and do I want to do that type of acting? And it's been a few months, and just recently I decided to make the push to, yes, I am. And I'm going to sign up for the subscriptions. It went beyond just checking it out. And then my friend and I had an idea to do a reel together, so that's on my Actors Access. And it actually got me a couple of auditions and video submissions. I just did today for one.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
Yeah, so it's moving forward, but I think it's because I get up and I'm like, what am I going to do today to push this forward?
Yeah.
If it's as little as studying, reading out loud, reading sides, downloading sides, breakdowns, and trying to see what fits me. I take an acting class where we talk about character building, and I go through that with each character. We also learned about emotions, and I might like stop myself and go, what am I feeling? Where am I feeling this?
I do that a lot.
Yeah, right? Because you have to remember that when it comes down to the line. So it's just definitely, I don't know what's the word, reinvigorated? Yeah, I think that would be the word. That I had this passion when I was younger, but then responsibilities came through. And it's like you didn't really have support. Like a lot of people who go into this profession have families that go, why?
Yeah.
Just go become an accountant.
Yeah.
Be a doctor. Just do something that pays well. This doesn't pay. The art world doesn't pay. Plus, they never want Asian people on TV. You know, come on. Like you would hear that growing up, right? Yeah. And then so there wasn't representation back then either. And so it was kind of like, okay, well, that's a dream that is not for me. It's not ever going to happen.
Yeah.
And I had told you about the inspiration point, and the new inspiration point was my dad was really excited for Star Wars, and because there was a young Vietnamese girl playing a lead role in Star Wars, and my dad said, Star Wars actually is going to have an Asian girl on it. That could be you. And I'm like, Dad, she's like half my age, but okay. Yeah. And he got kind of pensive, and he thought, you know, I should have supported you. I should have said, you know, you should go for it and don't give up on your dream. He said, you've always been the family performer, the one that entertained us at all the holidays. And we had a little stage in our little, it's not really a stage, but I called it a stage in one of our houses. And that's where I would perform and put on my acts, where I imitate people in my family. My sister is over, and we were just talking about how I would imitate people the way they drove in our family, and just I had entertainment like in mind all the time.
It's who you are.
Yeah, it is.
Can't mask it. Yeah,
it is.
That's really cool though. That as you said, your dad has been very supportive of you.
Yeah, and he has, and he was actually at stage 4 cancer, and so he was kind of starting to fade, and he's like, one of the things that when he goes, he doesn't want me to feel sorry for his death, that he lived a wonderful long life, and that it was my turn to go pursue the dreams that I needed to do. And it's hard to say all this without like tearing up, but and so I feel like it would be a disservice to his word too if I don't get up and go, what can I do to achieve my dreams?
Absolutely.
So
100%.
I have to go forward with it, because I made a promise to him that I was going to try, and we'll see where we go. And so far it's been an amazing ride for the last 9 months. I've met a lot of like amazing people, great people, pushing my abilities to what I could do. There's so much I'm still working on like to help me get to the place that I want to be, what type of actor I want to be. And when I was younger, I actually did try to pursue it, kind of coming out of high school, going into college, but I felt like, looking back, back then I would say like, oh, it's them. Nobody wanted me, whatever. But as an adult looking back, it's because I didn't have my intention. I didn't know what I wanted. I wanted to perform, but I didn't know how. Yeah. So there's comedy, there's drama, there's dancers, there's musical theater. There's like, what did I actually want to do? Yeah. Then I want to do it all. But that's not how it works. You can't just spread yourself thin. You have to.
And that's the thing too, is like I said, without intention, I feel like everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
So if you didn't have the intention and drive for it then, I mean, those are, it's like you were saying a little bit earlier, where you were saying in each moment as an actor, you kind of have to self-assess. Yeah. Like, okay, how am I feeling right now? And it's like those are all tools that you're stuffing away in the back of the mind. Exactly. So like when those incidents come up again in a scene or whatever. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of quotes will always say there's no such thing as failure, just experiences. So
exactly.
However long it took me, I mean, there are times I wish I started earlier, because I started like 3.5 years into college.
Yeah.
And I wish I had started younger.
Right.
I mean, there are people on my management team who are doing very well, and they started straight out of high school. They didn't even, they went more of like a trade school, I guess you can say.
Right.
You know, and so sometimes I wish I'd done that, but in the end, things happen for a reason.
Exactly. And your life experiences, everything that you go through to this moment led you up to who you are today.
Exactly.
So it's almost kind of, And I do, like when we talk about the challenges, one of those challenges is to stop that thinking where like I should have, could have, would have, right? Yeah. So, and there is a lot, I'm like, oh gosh, maybe I should have tried, but I didn't have the guidance, I didn't have the mindset that I need to do this, to actually succeed in this like I do today. Yeah. And it's a lifetime of experience. Yeah. And it's absolutely changing my mindset for sure. Yeah. So that's I think is the only thing that we really can do as humans, no matter what profession we go into. Yeah. We can't feel regretful for our choices and our circumstances. Yeah. Because, like you were saying earlier, they're not mistakes. They're experiences. You build on that. You get better, and you apply it to your next situation.
Absolutely. So. Yeah. Well, it's like one of the episodes with Natalie Stavola. I really liked what she said. I mean, if you're doing this and you learn, okay, well that didn't happen too well. Yeah. Well, then you learn either not to do it again or a better way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. So you've definitely covered like how you kind of went into this. What was and I mean, you're still, 9 months in, I guess you said?
Yeah, I'm so green.
So like, what's an obstacle that you're facing right now?
Well, I think the biggest obstacle is a lack of experience. So, you're facing everybody else, especially people my age, who have a lifetime of drama behind them, of taking classes. Maybe they have their MFA, so I'm facing that challenge. But I think I remind myself the competition isn't those people. It's not everybody else. The competition is me and procrastinating. Yeah. Maybe I can't do this. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how many times I just sit there like, oh, I don't know what to do, especially with the self-tapes. And I sit there, I'm like, oh, this is so frustrating. Yeah. And then I get through it. And I'm really lucky that my husband is super supportive. He was holding the phone. We could put it on the tripod, but what they needed was somebody really had to hand hold it. From what I was reading, they had to do a long body shot to a face up. So he held the camera, and his poor little arms were just like, well, they're not little, but big strong arms. But he was just like, oh my God,
That's funny.
But he was doing it.
Well, that's great.
So supportive, and I know not a lot of people have that. Yeah. Where their family's supportive. My daughters held the camera, set up the lights, and like, no, Mom, that outfit doesn't look good on you. Try this, So I've been very fortunate that my family's supportive, and that's the family that I have today. And whereas when I was younger, I didn't have a family that was supportive. Yeah. When I was in high school, my mom was she was really into her job and making money, and which was, nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But she didn't come to a performance when I was in high school, and it was because like, oh, whatever, it's a school thing, blah blah blah, Yeah. So it's just kind of like, I didn't have a big part in it. I can't even remember the circumstances other than the feeling of disappointment that there wasn't support.
Absolutely.
There. And I think, like we've talked about it before, but our parents, they don't do that because they don't want us to succeed. I think that they say these things out of fright.
Oh, absolutely.
And that they don't, the representation isn't there. So, of course, in their head, they're going to think that's not going to happen.
What's kind of kept you motivated? I mean, going through all this, because as you said, you're very green. So what keeps you inspired? I mean, because that's intimidating. I know for me, for example, it took me a year and a half of training at my acting studio to gain any kind of confidence in myself to audition. It took me a year and a half. And you're already doing it within the first 9 months, so I mean, I applaud you for that.
But I feel like I have this lifetime though behind it, because I know what it's like to audition beforehand. Yeah. And in fact, my husband and I were talking about one of the first auditions I had gone to. He came with me and waited in the car.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
That was before we got married, and I had to show my dancing skills for a particular resort and their parade, and. But I clearly did not get it. My sister even warned me. She says, you really have to brush up on your dance skills. It's been a little while, but they run boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, it's fine. I've been dancing since I was 5. I could do this. I could do this. I knew for myself at that time that it wasn't very good. I totally went off tangent. Ask me your question again.
It's what keeps you motivated?
Oh, what keeps me motivated? What keeps me motivated is that this is a desire. It's a dream. I'm fulfilling it. I'm actually just, I'm excited by this. And I've been doing background work, and that's like exciting in itself. You get to see how the sets are done. You actually see actors go through maybe the frustration of another actor not knowing their lines, like, or not delivering right, the director asking them to do it over and over again, and you watch the professionalism with that. And so that's a motivation right there. Yeah, you know, like you hear from some people say don't do background work or whatever, but if you don't do it, you don't get to be on set. You're seeing some behind the scenes that is not shown to anybody else. But if you want to be an actor, you kind of need to know how these things go. Like, probably wouldn't know set etiquette if I didn't do that in the first place. So I have to, like, a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, said, sign up for this. And so I did, and I was surprised at how...
Central Casting.
Yeah, Central Casting. Yeah. So
if you're looking for background work, check it out.
Yeah, for sure. And they keep me pretty busy.
That's good.
With still enough time to work on acting skills as well. So it doesn't take up all my time, which is great. But... and I think the other thing is you meet other people that are trying to do the same thing, and you could talk to them about what motivates them, where their next step is. And so I've met a lot of wonderful people through Central Casting and being on set through a couple of different these shows.
Yeah, that's the best part. Is even if anything, even if just not networking, it's also friendships as well that progress forward.
And I think it's neat because they're really. I think outside of this, it's not really relatable. Like, there's some of my friends and family who be like, why do you even want to perform? You know, like, you don't understand. I like it. Like, you know, so it's like, don't ever put that camera in front of my face.
I like what you said though. Yeah, I mean, my dad is like that. I mean, he's very camera shy.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, I mean, I'm rather introverted as well. I mean, until I was working in the food industry as a server and bartender, I was very just shy and just, you know, kind of.
You know, but what's really neat about that is so many people who go into performing are introverts.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely need, like, my room dark and just talk to nobody to revive myself. Yeah. To have the energy to go forward. So, but I've learned over the years to be, I'm comfortable talking to anybody, but I definitely do get worn out by the end of the day where I'm just done and it's just me and a book. I just need to be with my books and then I'll be okay.
But it's like, despite that that tendency to be an introvert, it's like you said, I like to use the word desire. That's what keeps you motivated.
Yes,
desire.
For sure.
Because I mean, there's absolutely nothing else in this world I'd rather be doing.
Yeah.
I mean, without this, there's no purpose.
And I mean, it's just, I really like the scene study that we do in my acting class because I really like to go into the brain of, I guess, another person and bringing that person to life. And so that motivates me that one day I will have a chance to do that in either a film or TV program. You know, I pretty much do that when I get a background chance to do that. I'll like, hey, what is this character? Just to give me the situation to practice what I've learned. And so, and then there's also the part of my imagination. I'm always off in my little world of imagination.
Yeah, so, but that's the funny part. Like, if I do background work, because I have a lot of energy too.
Yeah.
I can be very energetic.
Yeah.
And so it's funny when you're saying that, like, just stupid jokes are going on in my head. Like, I'm a background actor, but I'm telling the director, not ready. Okay, go. You know, like, even still, just me causing trouble.
Exactly.
But just stupid stuff like that. But what's a tip you can give the viewers in terms of chasing their dreams?
Well, chasing your dream, I think the most important thing is to look at what your dream is, and when you wake up, you sit there and go, what do I need to do to achieve this dream? That is probably the most important thing. And really, it did come from you, from that, because it was just something that you had posted, and I thought, yeah, that's it. And that's actually what motivated me to go, all right, I need to put that phrase as part of my daily morning routine.
Yeah.
Is what am I doing today to achieve the dream? And I really believe that your viewers can benefit that, whether or not they want to be an actor or
Absolutely.
a dancer or just trying to finish school. Just it's like, what do I need to do today to achieve that?
I mean, and too often. I mean, I have a tendency of doing it myself. We live too much in a keep swiping.
Oh, yeah,
like exactly, yeah. But it's like when you see a Facebook post or an email.
Yeah.
More often than not, you're reading like the first sentence and you just skim the rest.
Right.
It's just there's no attention span.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
and we've been seasoned to do that for such a long time at this point. But if you really take the time to listen to the guest stars and what they have to say, I mean, I know some of them are really long episodes, but if you really take that time to listen to what they're saying, it doesn't matter what your dream is. I mean, like you're saying, it doesn't matter if you're going to acting, dancing, whatever.
Right.
There's neuroscience majors, psychology majors, real estate agents, on-air personalities, aesthetics, fitness models who've done episodes, and they do have universal words of wisdom. If you really just listen, you can learn something from it.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
That's why I mean.
Yeah. You know, we can all learn from each other.
Yeah.
We all like are, you know, driven, and when we're driven, I think that. Actually, more so than that, I met a woman when I was doing a gluten-free bread sample show for a major grocery store, and she happened to be the nutritionist there, and she said something about your vibration attracts people who are like-minded. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the things that's like I feel like as long as you're staying true to who you are and you have that intention every day, you're the people that manifest that I guess destiny manifests itself with the people that surround you that have that same dream, you know, and I feel like we're attracted to people that have positive energy, that have just that spark for life, that just like this girl Amanda, oh my gosh, she's just so fun. She's just has so much for life and with her kids, and she's out there exploring the world, and she's a huge inspiration. And I think that's the thing what she was saying about that vibration is that you have that positive feeling, and the world kind of revolves around that to bring you more people that want that same dream and achievement for themselves, even or you. Like, it's not the same dream, but their dream too. So
because we've been trying to get this episode together for a month or 2 months, but if it wasn't her landing a project, it was me doing a project, and it was back and forth, back and forth. No joke, it was week to week. We had to double check with each other, like, are we working on something? Yes, we are. And it was crazy, but it was great because despite it taking so long, I told her it doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Because the point is, she's out there getting it done, which is freaking awesome. So congrats to that.
Thank you, and you too. I mean, there was like, I got a job, and I'm working on set, so I'm not gonna be. And I remember you said like you should be off by a certain time, and I was like,
oh yeah,
right.
I got off hours after.
I did a 17 plus the other day, and that was a background job, and I thought, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
it's a nice check.
Yeah, so. 17 hours. Yeah, that's over. That's
double
time and a half and double after that. For quite a few hours.
Yeah, it was probably cheaper to pay us double time and come back for a second day of shooting. So
exactly.
That's what I figured.
Kind of works out.
It does. I don't have a problem with it.
So.
It was a long day, and I had actually, 2.5 hours of sleep is how much I got the night before, because I had stumbled onto a Disney taping for the Christmas show.
Very cool.
So my daughter and I went to do that, and I really, really wanted to be part of it, because that never happens. As all the times I've been there, it's never happened for me. So I'm like, okay, well, I have an early morning call time. It's no big deal. It's background, so it's not like I have to do a lot of work, is what I'm thinking. But no, we did a lot of work, and I really ate my words. And that was like another thing that I should probably not ever do to myself, is think that any job is on set is going to be a simple job, because you don't know. You're not in control of that for the most. You can only show up rested and well fed and ready to go for the day. Alrighty,
and any final thoughts before we wrap up this episode? I shared a lot on what can be motivated and great words of wisdom and your tip for the viewers. I mean, and like you said, it's saying, here's my dream. What do I need to do to achieve it? It really is that simple. Just you have to be willing to take that action and do it. So, any final thoughts?
My final thought is that it really just doesn't matter what profession that you want to go into. Put in 100% effort. Put in the whole your whole heart into it and your whole physical self into it by doing the work that goes with it, because every single job.
It's a whole heart.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why it's the whole heart. That's. Yeah.
And when you think about it, there's so many professions out there that it took people 10,000 hours to get to the elite level in their sport or their art or whatever. Like, I think there was a study and they said 10,000 hours to become elite. And I think that no matter what we choose in life, that's what we need to do. We need to put in the hours to get there.
Yeah.
So that would be my final thought.
I like that. And it's like you said, it's because it's the hours. And I saw this post recently where it said, when I do a job in 30 minutes time, you're not paying me for the 30 minutes. You're paying me for the years it took me to get that good to make it only take 30 minutes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so
exactly.
Put in the time. Put in the effort.
Put in the time. Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Erika, for coming all the way out here. I mean,
you're welcome.
I know it's a bit of a drive for you, so I really do appreciate you taking the time to do it. Really
well, I love driving up to LA. I actually do it several times a week now.
Well, it works out because you're going to the comedy class in Burbank, and so I'm excited to see where everything goes for you, because you're taking a lot of classes now. Well, you're all over the place, which is great. Putting in the time and effort. For example, putting in the time and effort.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And keep me updated with the auditions and all the different background works and stuff like that, and keep me updated.
I'd love to. I'm hoping today's self-tape gets me a job. So.
Yeah. Well, she has to go back. It's a busy day. I mean, she did the self-tape before coming here, then she came here, and now she's off to rehearsal and then class, and then she has to go home and
edit that self-tape and submit it and hope for the best. So
well, that's fantastic.
Lots of work, but that's definitely what we need to do as actors, and we're so off. Like, probably something I should have said earlier, but we're in a place today where we're making our own content. Mm-hmm. We don't have to rely on getting an agent first, and then we have this amazing thing where we could just go online and see what submissions or what auditions are out there that we could submit for.
Yeah.
And then we can also make our own content. Like, you're making your own content. You're like going to be a host. Like, you're being that host right now. So, it's just everything. I think we're in a really good time right now. Yeah.
There's a lot at our fingertips, and if we use it the right way, we definitely use it to our advantage.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, guys, thank you very much for tuning into this episode of Legend Ethics Shared Dreams. Again, this was Erika Hayden. I'm going to be posting your Instagram, if that's okay, down in the description.
Yeah,
so you can stay up to date with her Disney trips, which are awesome.
I've always said Disneyland.
And her acting career and her auditions and everything like that. So, stay up to date. And I'll be posting mine as well, so you can stay up to date with all the legendary guest stars. Try to keep up with one a week. I try to. I'm busy with work and everything else myself. Yeah. But I do my best, and stay up to date with my acting career as well. I mean, hopefully more acting content coming out very soon. I'll keep you guys updated. And be sure to check out legendethics.com so you can check out the tees, and I got one for a hubby as well. So
I'm actually wearing his.
Yeah, so you have to send me some pictures of you guys wearing them. That'd be awesome.
For sure.
Yeah, and
although he doesn't like being in front of the camera.
I just got a picture.
I will still do it. I'll make him face backwards.
Oh yeah, his has the back on it, so he can just face that way. Legend. It works out that way then. That would be perfect. That way he doesn't have to. But guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Let's build a legend crew. Let's keep it going.